The two faces of momentum. Welcome back, my friends, to another live video with Troy Stone King. Apologize if the quality's not quite as good as usual or you're hearing some background noise, but this one is going to be in the car with the air conditioning still turned on. So let's talk about the two faces of momentum. This video won't be very long. Many years ago, I learned to ride a bicycle with no hands, which means I could just sit up on the bike, pedal along, not hold on to the handlebars, and be able to keep going. See, it took very little momentum to stay vertical on the bike, to continue moving down the road. I even mastered the art of doing really long, gentle turns without any hands on my handlebars. The momentum was easy and I enjoyed it until one day when the momentum carried me into a car. A parked car. It's worse, isn't it? Crashed right into a parked car, broke a bone, the only bone I've ever broken in my life. It didn't heal properly. Still have an odd little bump on my hand where that bone broke. You see, undirected momentum will take you to a place you don't want to go. Undirected momentum makes you go to undesired destinations. Yeah, but there are two faces to momentum. There is undirected momentum and there is directed momentum. Directed momentum is when you decide where you're going to go. Now, there are two factors about directed momentum. Factor number one, it doesn't just happen. You don't drift into undirected momentum. You don't drift into directed momentum. Directed momentum takes you where you want to go. But you've got to select a destination and you have got to take the action. Here's the other factor about directed momentum, and you're going to like this one. Once you get going, it only takes a little bit of regular effort to keep going the right direction. But you can't stop the action, even though it doesn't take as much. I'll give you an example. As you all know, if you've been watching my videos, my lovely bride and I have been happily married for well over 25 years. You know, when we first were married, it took time and effort, and we had to spend, we had to read and learn more about each other and how each of us showed love to the other through the book, The 5 Love Languages by Dr. Gary Chapman. Highly recommend the book, by the way. And we had to learn how each of us reacted and acted. We had to learn how to properly speak to the other. We had to understand the likes and dislikes of each of us. But you know, 15 years in, 20 years in, 25 years in, these things we know, and it's fairly easy to maintain a loving relationships. Why? Because we spent 25 plus years creating this momentum. Now, if I stopped taking action tomorrow and never did another thing to show love to my wife, it would end very badly. Why? Because I would move from directed momentum to undirected momentum. We would crash. But if I add just a little bit of effort every day, throughout the day, just to keep things going, improve a little bit over time, you know what we get? The destination we want. And what is that destination in our marriage? We want a marriage that is filled with joy for a lifetime. No matter what you're trying to accomplish, you can't get there by undirected momentum. You have got to put forth effort. Hey, Shelly, you've got to put forth effort. Otherwise, you'll end up in a destination that you don't want to see. So remember, directed momentum is simply choosing where you want to go, taking action to build the momentum to go toward that destination, and maintaining that action over time. Don't drift. Don't go undirected. Go to the place you want to go, my friends. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed what's on the video, please hit that like button on it. This video will also be up on YouTube a little bit later today, along with all of the other videos. 50 plus videos over on YouTube. By the way, I've been doing videos over on LinkedIn also. I've got a 3 from LinkedIn that are also now available on my YouTube channel. That address is youtube.com/Troy Stone King. Thank you, my friends, and have a wonderful rest of your